Hello everyone, welcome back to the Malbeefance channel. This is turn 26 of our series replay of Strategic Command World War I. I'm playing the Central Powers against a computer-controlled Entente. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and advance the turn. If you've been following the series, you know what's going on. If you're new to the series, I'm sure you'll pick up real quick. So Serbian morale falls due to the loss of Pec. That is the fall of Montenegro. There we go. Montenegro surrenders. So hopefully that will have a large positive effect on Bulgaria joining. And the Austrians pick up some production out of that victory. Entente raiders disrupting Norway to Germany convoys as usual. Entente naval units blockading between Scotland and Norway. But nobody blockading the distant blockade. Agatha Christie works on her first Hercule Poirot novel, Mysterious Affair at Styles. I do not know if I have read that. I've read a lot of Agatha Christie's works, but it was a long, long time ago, so I don't remember if I've read that one. Scientists report progress in trench warfare for the Germans up to 84%. And gas and shell production development is about halfway. Spying and intelligence at 78%. For the Austrians, infantry weapon development up to 79%. They're getting real close to infantry weapons level 2. And they do make a breakthrough in command and control. They're at level 1. Turkish scientists report infantry warfare development to 63%. And there is the ledger for the upcoming turn. Oh, that reminds me, one thing that I did in between last episode and this one, the Austrians, I had completely missed. They had almost 300 production points left over. They're maxed out on their research and development, so I went ahead and I purchased another infantry corps because they're certainly going to need it. All right, so computer calculates supply. Okay, so the guerrillas, my overall plan down there is to have the guerrillas take Benghazi and then stand on it to protect it. Eventually, I'm hoping that with the conclusion of the war on Russia, I'll be able to transfer some Ottoman troops into Benghazi, and I'll be hitting the British forces in Egypt from both sides. So now it looks like weather is clearing up in Russia, so the offensives there can continue. And down in Serbia, my main push is going to be to get Tirana. And thank you very much for running over my mines. So now, unfortunately, the computer can be painfully predictable. This means that there is a surface unit behind that submarine. I'm hoping it's the Dreadnought. So, balloon scouting over the Western Front. It's a great way to draw off my interceptors before they send in their bombers. And here comes the continuing deforestation of the Ardennes. Oh. I was hoping they wouldn't do that. Because now they know I've got at least one artillery piece in range of Verdun. And there's the French unit that I knew was coming. I had mentioned that in a previous episode there. As soon as the Allies go ahead, or the Entente goes ahead and forces Greece into the war on their side, they will deploy, both France and the UK will deploy an infantry corps into Greece. If your strategy is to knock out Serbia as quickly as possible at the start of the game, it is possible to avoid them if you're fast enough. All right. So it doesn't look like we're going to see much more action from the computer anyway. And it looks like the computer has given up on trying to hold on to that small piece of eastern Galicia. So reinforcing along the Serbian front. Development of the infrastructure between Petrograd and Murmansk nears completion. This is an improved supply line going from Murmansk down to St. Petersburg. And it's a decision point in the game. Irish Easter Rising against British rule. We gave them some extra money to help with that. And there are our submarines interdicting UK-Russia convoys. Karl Liebknecht and Rosa Luxemburg make anti-war speeches at Berlin's May Day rally. Lenin calls on socialist meeting in Switzerland to transform the war into class warfare. Because it's all about getting him into power. Alright, Third Corps were the guys we lost in the Ardennes. There is our summary from the end of the computer's turn. So we've got 17 production points we were able to interdict with that one submarine. Alright, so no reinforcements for me this turn. So let's start with the North Sea, which is pretty quiet now since I've withdrawn the High Seas Fleet. So the Royal Navy knows this guy's here, so they're probably going to be hunting for him. So I want to get everybody out of that area. Alright. Oh, before I forget, let's reconstitute Third Corps. And finally we can start upgrading submarines. Got to be careful not to blow too much money on the Navy right now. So he's already upgraded, so I can repair him. Where I'm at, 300 left. Alright. Okay, so the battle cruiser is done, so he can come back out. Probably should have had the seaplane tender go in there, but I'm trying to prioritize the So now the Western Front. So I need that hex back. So the attack on Verdun is going to be delayed. Delays. Oh, I should have upgraded him first. Oh well. Alright. Repair the fighter squadrons. Let's draw out their fighters. That did not go well. Alright, now hopefully I've cleared out all of their fighters so that my bombers can get through. Nope. My planned offensive against Verdun has had a monkey wrench thrown into it, so there's no point in my saving any firepower from him. Let's just go ahead and completely wipe these guys out and get my hex back. Alright, doesn't look like anything else I can do on the Western Front. Unless I just want to be a glutton for punishment. I do need to get another headquarters unit out there. Alright, so let's look at the Italian front. Now, it was raining for the computer's turn, but it's all clear for me. And I am definitely going to go after that British cavalry unit. That is the Indian cavalry. Excuse me, that was the Indian cavalry. Alright, anything else we want to do here? Upgrade the Austrian fighters. Just in case, go ahead and entrench him. Same goes for that guy. Alright. Alright, so the Austrian artillery still only has 2 shots. So there's not a whole lot that he can do at the moment. So I might as well go ahead and get him his reinforcements. Now, the Marines are in trouble. Let me get them out of there. Have him turn the trenches around. Entrench him. Isolate Tirana a little bit. Alright. So do we have any opportunities here? Maybe. Can I push him out of the hex? Don't have to. Take the chance. I'll move him up. Even though he doesn't have any movement points left, I can entrench him. So he may take a counterattack. But he's got the level 1 weapons to help in defense. And there's not a lot more that the Serbian forces can throw onto the front line. So they probably got at least another unit sitting in Uskub and one in Nich, maybe a second one back here, but that is pretty much it for their frontline units, I think. All right. So let's have the pre-dreadnought see if anybody is out here. Yep. All right. Clear out. So that means the submarine's probably right here, but ah. Alright, that takes care of the Rostilav. I'm not going to be able to sink the dreadnought, but at least I can do a lot of damage to it. Oh, that'd be crazy. Let's give it a shot. Get the light cruiser out of there. Alright, not bad. We got the pre-dreadnought, and we've done a considerable amount of damage to the submarine and to the Russian dreadnought. So that's good. Alright, scout out the island again. Land the Marines. Okay. I can put that infantry corps on a transport, but your port has to have a minimum rating of 5 in order for them to be able to land. So I'm going to have to wait till next turn for the amphibious transports to become available again, and then I'll go ahead and I'll transfer them over, because it's going to take the two of them to defeat the garrison. Keep moving them up. Do we have any opportunities here? Yes, we do. I was expecting artillery fire. Bummer. I was hoping to get him. No such luck. Alright, so now my guerrillas. Can he get there? No, but at least we've cut these guys off. Alright, his supplies, submarine supplies at 7. I gotta move him, they know where he's at. So, let's do this. Oh, okay. All right. Not great, but not too bad. We've been attenuating the Entente Mediterranean forces, so hopefully there won't be too large of a response to my two submarines. All right, work on surrounding this guy a little bit more. Oh, tough call. Well, he's isolated. Is he sitting on a town by any chance? Yes, he is. Okay, so I'm gonna have to claw him out of there. All right, 1 to 3, 1 to 1, 1 to 3. And the coup de grace. All right. Not a great idea, but yeah, let's see if we can't force them further into the swamp. I know I can force march them to get more distance, but I really don't want to pay the cost in lost morale and readiness. Not yet, anyway. Okay, so now let's focus on this beautiful opportunity here. So the computer has only got a regiment holding Smolensk. But they are unfortunately dug in pretty well. So we advance everybody. Now these guys are low on supplies, so I don't think there's too many. Excuse me. I don't think there's too many units backing them up. There might be somebody here in Gommel, but maybe not. Threatened to cut them off that way. So we got Smolensk surrounded. Now, do we take... Yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're going to try and take, this turn. Oh, you're kidding me. Ah. There we go. I could have scouted him out. That is a problem with me. I'm always forgetting to use my scout planes. Alright, so let's finish isolating Riga. Alright. Okay, so unfortunately the planned offensive against Verdun did not happen this turn, but we have encircled Smolensk and pretty much encircled Riga. We got the Russians down to 24%. Make sure I haven't forgotten anybody. Alright, so let's look at research for the Germans. Okay, infantry weapons is up, trench warfare, gas and shell. Let's speed that up. Now the Austrians have made some breakthroughs, so they have some space. What do they got? 125 they can spend on research. So infantry weapons, trench warfare, gas and shell, probably should speed that up. Industrial technology, they're about to make a breakthrough. So let's go ahead and make sure that keeps going. Excuse me. And now for the Turks. Oh, infantry weapons. I forgot that, I think, 2 turns now. Alright, so they got 150 left. So what is going to benefit them the most at this point? So we got logistics going. Industrial technology is always a good purchase. If I speed up spying and intelligence, that's going to leave me with what? It's going to leave me with 74. Yeah, we'll just bank the remainder. So the Austrians actually have enough left where they can buy some stuff. So artillery coming, infantry, destroyer. They could use another set of recon bombers, but probably should save up for another HQ. Alright, that's what we're going to do. Alright. Alright, so that takes care of this turn. One more thing I want to look at. So UK's national morale is down to 55. Alright. So just a quick grand strategy overview. So it looks like we've got Russia. It's just a matter of collecting enough of the national morale objectives to finally bring them down to 0. I'm probably never going to see the dreadnought. They're going to come back to their ports, and I'm not going to see them again until it's fully repaired. So that is a lost opportunity for me. But we will get Smolensk. We will get Riga. The Austrians will more than likely take Kiev, and I'll spread down to Odessa in order to cut off supplies coming from Russia through Romania to Serbia. And I have a feeling that once we take these, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 national morale objectives, I think once we do that, that is going to be it. Um, the Russians will surrender. And then what I'll do is I'll swing back in order to go ahead and finish off Serbia. Hopefully Bulgaria will be in the war by that point so that we have the land supply route going from Austria to the Ottoman Empire. The Ottomans, I'll go ahead and I'll take this large force here, send some of it down here to improve the position along the Suez, and then hopefully I'll be able to get the rest of it to go ahead and land here at Benghazi. After taking Cyprus, we'll go ahead and we'll take Crete in order to make sure that we have a pretty clear shot at getting Ottoman forces into Cyrenaica, and then we'll hit Egypt from two sides. And the reason that I'm not looking at Tobruk is because, as you can see, British forces from Egypt, if you were watching the last couple of turns, there is an infantry corps here, and I want to be able to land enough forces to where we secure the port. We don't have to do a particularly heavy fighting in order to secure a port. That way I can get a good enough toehold on the continent before having to square off against UK forces. Then once those objectives are taken, the Austrian military will move en masse to land on the Italian peninsula. So now there are three possibilities for where I want to land, and the most, I would guess, entertaining is to go ahead and land on the south of the boot, because we're able to secure Brindisi and Taranto very quickly, and that way we'll have ports supplying Austrian forces. It'll also cut off Italian supplies coming in from Libya. It also allows us to go ahead and split up between pushing up towards Rome, while at the same time going after the national morale objectives in Sicily. Sicily is the key, as Patton historically said. But it would wind up giving us these three national morale objectives, and then also allow us to strike Rome. But another possibility is to go ahead and land near San Marino. We can go ahead and we can secure Ancona, and we would be a lot closer to Rome, but we would only have the one port. But it also allows us to push north to go ahead and get all the national morale objectives in the north. The problem there is that the Italians can go ahead and just abandon their position here in the north and come down to try and blunt any offensive coming up from the south. So the third possibility is to go ahead and still land at Ancona, but instead of pushing towards Rome, look to cut across the peninsula and then push north and try and sandwich the bulk of the Italian army between the Austrian forces in the north and the ones coming up from the south. So I'm still debating which one of those strategies I want to take. And then obviously the German army is going to be transferred as rapidly as I possibly can over here to the Western Front. And then we will be going ahead and we'll be pushing back against the Western forces. Excuse me. All right, so that wraps it up for this turn. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already done so, please go ahead and subscribe. Help us grow the channel. And with that, thanks again, and I will see you on the next one.